Well, greetings from Charlie and Constance. We're gearing up now that we have McGurgle's Crown and Gimblox's Signet. We can actually start the Cleric epic. So it's the day after our Nagafen raid, and we're going to continue doing solo work. Pretty much got all AAs banked. I think we're about 20 right now. And so we're just going to bank AAs until we, hit level 52. So let's go ahead and start this Cleric epic, and eventually I'm going to work my way up towards group fights where I'll need a group. So right now we're at the, with respect to the Monk 1.0, we're at the EJAG step. I could probably kill him by moloing that, but I need to get to level 60, but I would need a group at like level 51 or 52. Eventually, I'm going to work my way up towards, with the Cleric, the Ixibad fight. And so those are the two fights I'm working towards. But this this fight, the Lava Walker fight, is not that bad. Basically, you just come off the arena in the POK, and you head to Lake Wrathtier. It's kind of cool because I have to go to South Karana for a lot of my Monks epic. A lot of with Brother Quinn, and there's a cobalt that you need here. Then there's 2 cobalts that you need in South Karana. So it's nice. You get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, Mr. Lava Walker is up here. I think. No, he's over here. Shemdrick Lava Walker. All right, hopefully he's up. All right, and let's head out. Let's go ahead and put my mercs on double aggressive. Basically, we're just gonna bum rush them. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's Begurgle's camp down below. Essentially, it's a water goblin, and then with the Gimblox, it's a fire goblin and Solusec A. Those are the big, I think, bottlenecks in the Cleric epic. After that, it's pretty straightforward. The Ixibad fight, I believe, you just have to wait for a certain time of day for the turn-in mob. Once you turn in, the fire elemental spawns in the burning woods in the south. So you have a group, engage him. Yeah, there's Mr. Lava Walker right there. All right. Basically, you hand him a piece, kill him, and he drops a robe, which is kind of useless. Oh, no, I think the robe might be useful. And then he also drops a damaged crown. So Begurgle's crown, he puts on his head, and then he becomes a fire elemental. And you gotta kill him before he kills a turn-in mob, which is in here. I think the turn-in spawns her. Let's see here. Yeah, there she is. Nashta Whitewater. All right, so all right, let's go ahead and turn in and just kick his butt. I think I have everything. Boom. Crown to you. Hey, buddy. Just start beating him up. Okay, there's Mr. Fire Elemental. And you got to make sure you kill these guys before Nashta comes out here. And if she comes out, she can defeat him. So there's a prismatic robe, which is garbage. Does tribute a fine steel staff, a prismatic robe. Let's give this to Charlie. Just see if he can wear it. Give that to Charlie. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yep. And let's try on this robe. There you go. That's kind of cool. That make a good looking prismatic priest. Yeah. Cool. Let's check him out. Yeah, it doesn't look so good on a dwarf because a dwarf doesn't have the same character model that can support the robe. because dwarfs don't wear it. But it does look good on an erudite for sure. All right, so anyways, you get this damaged crown, which you then give to Nastia, and I think she gives you a seashell. So let me go ahead and take it, deliver it to her. Yeah, so if she kills the fire elemental, then the crown disappears, or the loot table disappears, and you have to get Begurgle's crown again. So, okay, there you go. Boom. All right, cool. So now I have an ornate seashell, which I need to travel to Timorous Deep. So there you go. Cleric Epic. Hooray! Cheer! So Charlie Cheese has a nice little fashion quest here. So let's put on like some decent clothes. There you go. So yeah, and Constance, let's see here. She actually got this like torn brown shirt off of I think Raster of Guck, and I think that's I don't know. Tell me what you think. There's she has 3 outfits. She's got the torn brown shirt, which yeah. Then there's the flawed defiant tunic, and then there's the robe of the whistling fists. And I don't know. That looks cool. I kind of like the torn brown shirt. I think that has the most like aesthetic appeal. But yeah, I think probably the most pragmatic choice would have to be the flawed defiant gear. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go to Timorous Deep now. So I'll go ahead and pause the video because you're gonna see me just running. All right, see you in a bit. So we're running, and what I did was I took the Plane of Knowledge to the over there outpost, and instead of taking the translocator to the north part of the zone, I took the boat. And the boats travel on a live server. They travel quite fast. It starts right about here once you zone in, and then you make this big. There it is. I probably could have just stayed on the boat. No, that's the boat from Feronovi. So I could have taken the boat from Feronovi. Probably better to go that way, I guess. But I decided the over there outpost because you're closer to the boat as opposed to Feronovi, where you have to zone into the outpost. And by the way, I think the outpost on the Feronovi server is taken over by Dark Elves. The only real concern here is Fadedar, who patrols in the southwest. I have seen Fadedar come around to the middle here. And I was going to suggest this for my raid force. We're going to kill Vox, and we're talking about Sky Keys, which Plane of Sky is great, and that would help me out with my epic, because I need to go up there and kill like an astral projection-y kind of guy. Not the astral projection, but a monk up there that I have to kill. And so the goal would be to get the EJAG fight, and then give the EJAG piece that EJAG drops to the to that sort of projection thing. I think it's on Island 4 or 5, maybe 6. So I have a vested interest in going up to Sky. But if we have time, we can come and kill Fadedar. He's generally the strategy, when I recall from back when I killed him on a TLP, was we dragged him to the Raptor Island, and Raptors make good enchanter pets as well. Although Fadedar has an AoE Fear, and he has an AoE Dispel. So yeah, that was the main issue. Is just didn't have very high resist back then, so we'd have to eat those. He also had an AoE fire, which was bad. It hurt back then. But I think these 2 tunes could probably take them in a group of level 51 tunes in this modern era. Wow, just started raining right when I got underwater. Yeah, so when I mained a Cleric back on Mangler, when the Mangler server started, that was the 20th anniversary server. He Fadedar jumped me when I was doing this run, and that was before I had a mercenary and before I boxed. So yeah, let's go ahead and head on up here. Come on, Charlie. There you go. All right, then we go from the outer ring to the inner ring. So cool, it's raining, so my it's my charm. So usually it only has 8 AC on it. The AC number went up by 8 when it rains. So let's see here. Yeah, so what you would do with Fadedar is, from what I recall, you drag him to Raptor Island. You had a bard pull him. You pull him in, and you would position the raid on that island. So you drag him northeast from where he spawns, or where he roams, rather. And I believe the AOC, or the Agent of Change, drops you off right near that island. So let's go ahead and head up. I'm like so terrible at swimming, it's not even funny. There you go, Charlie. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. This is also where the final turn-in is, not just for the Cleric Epic 1.0, but for the Cleric Epic 2.0. And that fight is great. I believe you face a poison dragon, which is really, really nice. All right, so I think we head up here. Let's go ahead and get Charlie up. Boom. It's nice doing these epics again, especially when you get past the bottlenecks. I probably am not going to do the Robe of the Lost Circle again, because if you look under stats here, and we just click it, it's the Bard song. The haste number doesn't stack with a potion. If I click off the potion here, I will get about, the haste number does increase, but it doesn't stack. I'm not sure if it stacks with a clicky from the epic, but it'd be worth knowing. So the only thing it really does, if you look at my armor class, it goes up by 2. It does increase the strength, but the strength is capped. So when we look at the Robe of the Lost Circle stats, Jonathan's Whistling War Song, attack speed raises your armor class and strength. So very modest increase to armor class. So, it's probably not worth questing it all over again. So I think if of anything, it's just like it's just a fashion statement. Okay, so I think you just hand him the ornate seashell here. Boom. Here's your seashell, buddy. Boom. Okay, cool. So what he did was he gave me a coral statue of Teru. I'll go ahead and link it in. There we go. Boom. He gave me this thing. When you click it, it's just an item that you're going to give to a priest in the Temple of Solusek Ro. And then you have to kill the plasmatic priest. So pretty much done here. Okay, so let's go ahead and Throne of Heroes. Boom. And I'm going to see if I can maybe Molo the plasmatic priest. We'll see how that goes. Be right back. Okay, so it turns out that the coral statue, you turn that into this scrub in the Temple of Sol Ro, and then he becomes a plasmatic priest. Kind of like you turn that Burgurgle crown into a plasmatic priest, and then he became a fire elemental. So this seeming scrub will metamorph into a level 55 tune NPC, and then he'll attack. And he casts some AoEs that can cause the surrounding mobs in Sol Ro that are they thought they were his buddy, and now they know better once he metamorphs. The thing is, they can join the fight and kill him and cause the quest to fail. So I don't want that to happen. It probably won't, especially if I Molo the quest, but he is 4 levels higher than I am. So I'm going to wait to do that coral statue of Teru turn in, and maybe until I have like some real life help with that. So that's where I am with the Monk and Cleric epic. With Monk, I need to challenge Ejag and kill him under the lava. And with Charlie Cheese, I need to kill the Plasmatic Priest. So it's a nice kind of midpoint of these characters for their level, perfectly appropriate. And yeah, so we'll continue kind of working these mid epic fights and sort of early raid encounters. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care, everybody. Bye.